You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Tuesday the 11th of February 2025. You are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, and it's coming up to 1 o'clock today. So this is early, given that I recorded last night after 10 o'clock, mainly because I'd done bugger all and I nearly didn't do one. Then I thought, well, no, I can still say I've done nothing. I haven't done an emergency podcast this year, probably because I'm running out of ideas of stuff to do for them. I will actually try and come up with an idea for the future. But anyway, today it's about 1 o'clock now. It's just 1:45. I'm due to have people to fit some blinds to my kitchen and to my bathroom in about 20 minutes. So I thought I'd knock this podcast out now. I actually meant to do it as part of the live stream, but signed off my live stream before I remembered to do it. Basically, I've just written another 1,500 words. I've written the next scenes of what has become chapter 41 and is not the epilogue. So the scene I wrote today is basically Ronnie waking up in a little white room. She knows she's been revived from the hibernation, but she knows very little more. And she meets Dr. Kendra Brierley, who was in the last couple of chapters. She was one of the people dragged down from the Alpha site to be effectively bullet fodder to get Simewolf to the tree, and she was quite badly burned in that process, but the hibernation has during the hibernation process the tree repaired her as well, so she's fine. And she basically says to Ronnie, she lets Ronnie know that Marianne Carruthers and Ursula have survived and are fine. She's also finds out that everything, the world ended 3 years ago, and the first people were revived 2 years ago, and one of the people that was revived 1 year ago. So the world ended 3 years ago. People started to revive 1 year ago, and one of the people that has been helping getting all the people down up to Scotland from wherever they hibernated, because originally they were meant to hide in the Cairngorms, but because of the way that things happened, they didn't have a chance to get everybody up there. So Adrian Vickers is part of the team that was basically going down into the country to get all these key figures, the farmers, the doctors, all the people they would need before setting up the society, and getting them up to help set it up, builders as well, stuff like that. So and then she asks about, Ronnie asks about what happened to, where's Oakley, where's Gordon Oakley? And Kendra has to tell her, unfortunately, he didn't make it. We found him next to your tree. Basically, he died saving you. So that was a moment. And then she obviously meets Adrian. She's already been told Vickers he's really looking forward to seeing her. But what he doesn't know is that she's pregnant. And she's worried how he'll react. And obviously he's absolutely fine with it, because he really liked her. The moment where the baby was created was very much a stress. Just loads of stuff had happened, and it just sort of happened. They weren't planning it, but so that's all written. I enjoyed writing that. What I've got left to write in this chapter is Ronnie's going to reunite with Ursula and Carruthers and Marianne, and then go to the home that Adrian has, which he sort of set up as much for them as he could. So that's when she realises he genuinely did want to be with her. The house that he created with her in mind, which is nice. Then I think I could almost, because everything I've needed to establish, I have established, so I could almost go on to the epilogue at the moment, but there's a side of me that wants to have one more chapter in the middle that just establishes how everything worked. But actually, I could probably do that in this chapter. I could probably have Adrian telling Ronnie basically everything that's happened with Marianne there, maybe, and then they explain to her what's happened so far. And actually, yeah, so maybe I'm not as far away as I thought. I suspect if I put all of that into this chapter, because it's only 3,000 words long so far, and even with all of that, it probably won't be more than 6,000 or 7,000, which is a decent chapter length. And then that will just leave me what would have been the epilogue as the final chapter. So that'll work. So it isn't, I was thinking it might be 3 or 4 chapters, but actually, logically thinking about it, I don't need to make it 3 or 4 chapters. I probably just need to make it 2, including the one I'm writing. So my new target for the end of the month is to finish that. So I won't try and do my 60/40 Doctor Who short story crossover with the Bill. I won't try and start editing Empress, A Still Life. My aim is to get these last 2 chapters written, providing it stays at 2 chapters, but I think it will. I can't imagine there'll be more I need to do. So yeah, finish these 2 chapters, finish the first draft of Empress of the Trees, and obviously the other target goal will be to stay on top of my submissions for the English Hikikomori if I get any rejections back this month. So, yep, another successful day. My man to fit the blind should be here in 7 minutes now. That should just about give me enough time to tack on the opening and closing music to this and upload it. So thank you very, very much for listening, and I will hopefully be back to report some more progress tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.